life choice to act like a man. If instead of cleaving to a man, a masculine woman prefers to swear off the sausage and ortare la cimbelle, bump the donuts, then a salute, to each his own. It is no business of mine. But by the same token, I do not excuse this dizzy Lizzie's behavior when dealing with La Belladonna Flores either. Obama Duce's wife should be treated with honor, not like she was some fat housewife at a bowling dinner. Although I was impressed with the way my goddaughter comported herself with this vegetarian. She took the wise-ass bean flicker down like Pat Cooper would a drunk loudmouth at the Copa. She said, you either listen to me or you take the mic and I leave, which is not how I would have handled it. We in the Mafia are very effective when dealing with the Mafia. I would have made the brother-sister an offer she couldn't refuse. Either shut up, or the flannel shirt-flaunting female would find herself fit with a pair of cement Birkenstocks. Then she truly would sleep with the fishes.
And gentlemen, Imus in the morning.
I am restoring Warner Wolf's ability to guarantee sporting outcome. Officially this morning,
breaking news.
Because not only did he predict that San Antonio would beat Miami, he almost nailed a score. So congratulations.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
So what did happen?
Well, they did. They beat them by 4 points, which was the pick here.
You almost nailed the score.
Yeah. Now, but this shot, this is going to go down.
What was the score? It was 93-something, right?
92-88.
But what was your score?
97-93.
Well, that's close enough.
4-point difference, right.
Yes.
But this shot by Tony Parker is going to go down as one of the great final shots of all time because two reasons. Number one, he fell, and he kept his dribble, got up. LeBron is guarding him, 6'8" against 6'1", and he only has 1 second left on the shot clock, and he makes the shot. He banks it in.
In Miami.
In Miami, that's right.
Take that.
And that was
biatches.
That was that was unbelievable.
I'm very happy about that, and congratulations, Warner.
Thank you.
So now, if you feel like it, you can guarantee game 2 or whatever else you want.
Wow.
All right, coming up this morning, Dr. Aaron Katz. He's one of the leading urologists in the country, and he's my urologist. He used to be over at Columbia University Hospital. Now he's the chairman. What the hell is he? He's the chairman. I never go out there. I see him in New York. I mean, in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Anyway, I really don't feel well today, and I'm irritable, and that's just not good.
All right. Happy Friday.
He's the chairman of the Department of Urology at Winthrop University Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know what kind of hospital Winthrop is, but it sounds like one of those closed cover before striking schools of whatever it is.
Good hospital.
And next to a tanning parlor out on Long Island. But it doesn't change the fact that he's a great doctor, and he's there are new now, evolving screening procedures for prostate cancer treatments, and he has this big health seminar he's doing, and I like him. He's a great doctor, and so I said he wanted to be honest and fine.
Okay.
Larry King, I was out in Los Angeles. He'll be calling in, and Rob is here pretending to be Larry King. So what will be coming up with your...
Had a pleasure of interviewing Marilyn Manson this week.
Right. And, of course, Warner, in mourning this morning, the great Esther Williams.
Oh.
Passed away. She's 91 years old. And...
great swimmer.
Warner's very distraught.
Yeah. Oh, man, she was
Guns pump, massage his shoulders a little. Come on. It's that time of morning. Give him a little encouragement.
She was a very attractive woman at one point, but...
And she was a swimmer. That's how, man, they featured all the swimming moves.
It would have been great if she drowned, wouldn't it? I mean, excuse me? I don't mean it would have been great.
What do you
just
mean?
meant?
How do you?
As long as she had to go, that would have been. But then that's probably an.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Let me take that back. I'm sorry I said that.
It would be great if she drowned.
So.
Maybe you were thinking Johnny Weissmuller.
Little Richard's here this morning as well.
Well.
Well, Richard's fine. And then I say to the executive producer of the Imus Morning program on television, Tom Bowman, and Tom and I have worked together for 12 years. going back to MSNBC, and then we were at RFD, and then we were here. Now we're here at Fox.
Quite a team.
And I say to him, I need a hair and makeup person out at the ranch.
Yeah.
And you know what his response was? We've never had one before.
That's right.
So I've actually fired people who said that to me. Oh, we've never done it that way before. You're fired. Get out.
Yeah.
I can leave?
So, but it's fine if they. I don't care.
No, we'll get someone out there to perform miracles.
I'll tell you where I am now. I love Roger Ailes and Kevin McGee, but I'm tired of doing this. And I'm tired of being on the radio, and I'm tired of doing this. So anything that happens that I don't like, I'm out of here. Because my voice is killing me. And it feels all right this morning.
Sounds better today.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it's
getting better.
coming back.
Yeah.
So, but I'm this close to saying that's enough. So, what else coming up? Dagan, what did the market do yesterday?
The market was actually up 80 points, but it's been a very rough week. And, of course, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we got that big jobs report from the government out.
By the way, I had a message for our old friend Jonathan Alder yesterday, who he and those other douches at Newsweek
Searching for the
were
right
such
word.
gutless weasels.
That's it.
After sucking up to me for years. He wanted to get on the program to promote his book, and I said, of course, no. But I didn't know at the time that he's bad-mouthing Roger Ailes. Well, I mean, what are you, crazy? You know what he says about Roger Ailes? He says, Ailes is so paranoid, he comes in the side door. Well, really? That's the same door I come in. It's the same door anybody I know who works for Fox comes in. It's the same door Varney comes in. It's the same door Dagan comes in. It's the same door Rob comes in. I mean, and this is the kind of, that's why Newsweek it no longer exists. Because when people like Jonathan Alder, he's a nice enough guy. His wife's a lovely woman. But I mean, but he's dishonest. And for a journalist, I mean, you can't be that dishonest, right. Which is what Jonathan Alder is. It's a liar. So I mean, it's not my job to defend Roger Ailes, who I happen to like him a lot, but
his bitterness affects his reporting.
Don't come in that side door.
Yeah, what is that? I mean, how insane is that? He's so paranoid he won't come in the front door. Well, nobody else will. Well. What are you, nuts? I mean, that's like crazy, isn't it? I didn't even know that. If I'd have known that, we'd have got what we're getting now.
Right. Well, good to have all the information.
It's just,
he wants to come on the show.
I have to go to the ranch tomorrow. Teresa says, are you looking forward to it? And I said, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
So, and I love what we do with the kids and all that, but I literally cannot breathe there. So I can't breathe here. But there, the altitude is between 6,000 and 7,000 feet. And now we have all of these hideous fires there. And I don't know, it's just enough.
A lot, yeah.
So
Too much.
I could just pack it in this morning. So
Sounds like it, boss.
God, really? What happened?
I'm just irritable.
Irritable, yeah. You sound better, though. Warner's right.
Yeah.
So you're coming back?
You look good.
Then I called a guy yesterday, and he was supposed to call me back and didn't. That irritates me.
Well, that is.
So if you say you're going to call me back, call me back.
Call me
Don't
back, yeah.
don't not do it. So
Okay.
anyway,
Thanks to that guy for helping out the show this morning.
It's way too much. Too much to handle.
We appreciate it.
I had an email exchange with one of the great lawyers in the history of this country, Martin Garbus, this morning.
Oh, okay.
And Mr. Garbus got a client who's a friend of mine who called him and said, would you represent me in this? And Mr. Garbus asked me if I thought that was okay. And I said, of course. So. But I should get a cut of that, shouldn't I?
Oh, I think without a doubt, yeah.
Finder's fee.
Finder's fee,
Pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. Pretty clear.
Like whenever I promote someone in a program and they do extraordinarily well as a result of that promotion,
Yeah,
I should get a piece of it, shouldn't I?
without a doubt.
Yeah, Gunzelman.
Or at least some acknowledgement
Gunzelman, yeah.
Sure.
that I've been some help to them.
Yeah.
But apparently not. It doesn't happen much anyway.
Oh, I see.
Must be some news.
There's tons of it actually today.
Why don't you
A lot
read
of
some
news.
of
We got
Read the news until I'm sick of hearing about it.
Jobs report, a big meeting in China, or with the Chinese president today for President Obama. You got all that. And then last night it was interesting, a rare public statement from this guy, James Clapper, the Director of National Intelligence, actually declassifying some of the details of the surveillance program that collects data from U.S. companies. He says the program targets foreigners, not Americans, with the cooperation of Google, Facebook, Apple, and other companies. So this and another program that targets phone records coming to light this week in newspaper reports. Clapper says the leaks threaten our security. Here's Senator Lindsey Graham.
I'm a Verizon customer. It doesn't bother me one bit for the National Security Administration to have my phone number.
Well, that's coming from the right of center, but as president...
I'm telling you, there's going to be a headline one of these days about this guy.
Lindsey Graham.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He'll be in Thailand with a pool boy or something.
It's only a matter of time.
We'll find him in a dress and garter belt, high behind a door singing show tunes or something.
Apparently it won't be through his phone records.
He doesn't care. Look, take a look. Yeah, so anyway, that comes from the, from the right of center, but as President Obama wakes up this morning.
Oh, come on, man. I swear, I know that's the case. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the president has to be wondering whether he's really losing the left on this issue. A couple of things. I mean, the front page headline, the Huffington Post, the headline is George W. Obama. And then the lead editorial this morning in the New York Times reads as follows. The administration has lost all credibility on this issue. Mr. Obama is proving the truism that the executive branch will use any power it is given and very likely abuse it. That's from the New York Times. So
there's another thing I'm wondering about. I came in the side entrance as I do every morning.
Paranoid. Yeah.
And so, because the security at Fox is extraordinary, because it has to be, all because of my friend Hannity. Anyway, and Glenn Beck used to be here. But they got all these tents set up out there, and there's a band playing.
Right.
So I say to Carly, who's that? Because you wouldn't recognize them if you at gunpoint. And she said, it's Eddie Money.
Eddie Money. Wow.
Nice morning for it.
I was going to say, in the pouring rain. Come on down, see Eddie Money.
All those people.
Remember one time, now the Fox and Fiends, they book the oddest people, don't they? They had, was it Foreigner out here one morning? Or?
Yeah, you were very
Well,
impressed
they couldn't pay people to stop to listen to them. Out here walking down the street on 6th Avenue.
Imagine today in the pouring rain. This is going to be.
So I guess Eddie Money's had 2 or 3 hits, right?
Yeah.
Was he ever any good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get to Paradise, baby.
Oh, okay.
Baby, hold on to me.
Okay. Apparently hasn't aged well, but we haven't seen.
We'll keep an eye on.
Haven't seen Eddie lately. Well, he's out there. He's outside here in a tent.
All right.
It'll be a while before he comes out.
Take it away, Eddie.
And then Lionel Richie is going to be on the Today Show, and so I said to, speaking of Bigfoot moment, I said we must be doing, because I don't dislike either one of them. They're fine. But if somebody asked me, if they tried to get booked on the show, I would simply say, no, you can't be on.
Both of them.
We don't want you to be on.
Right.
And but maybe we're making a mistake. Maybe my musical tastes or whatever. So, because coming up Tuesday, Delbert McClinton. So
okay, that's good.
Was I mean, I don't. Now Delbert can't get on Fox and Fiends or the Today Show.
But Lionel Richie can, and Eddie Money.
I mean, Letterman used to have Delbert on all the time. Maybe still does, but the point is that I don't get that.
It's inexplicable.
Yeah, it really is hard to get.
It's a head scratcher.
Get your hands, anything around.
But I'm not bad mouthing Eddie Money. I'm sure he's fine.
Of course.
Just he's not going to sing anything here.
No,
down there with those people.
Well, we'll hear him here, unfortunately.
But when in doubt, they serve food outside, like ribs. They got Krispy Kreme donuts out there. So, to gin up attention and
Eddie
an
Money and
audience.
donuts.
You're a bunch of fat Eddie Money fans.
Eating donuts in the rain.
Eddie Money and donuts. Let's go quick.
Oh, that's a morning.
Like Guns yesterday had one of those. The Dunkin' Donuts had one of those bacon, cheese, and egg sandwiches on
a glazed donut, baby. So good.
Oh my God.
Which that was the time I would have eaten 4 of them and washed them down with another Stoljanaya. So. We must have other news.
I guess. Eric Holder, the Attorney General, says, as long as he's in office, the Justice Department will not go after reporters.
The department has not prosecuted. And as long as I have the privilege of serving as Attorney General of the United States, will not prosecute any reporter for doing his or her job.
Members of the media feel better after that.
I like that.
Eric Holder. Before a Senate panel there, after...
I want to rethink that with Jonathan Alder.
There's some reporters you'd like to
These guys all now, they can't get jobs writing very much. They all do blogs now.
Right.
Just idiots.
Well, the IRS thing's still out there. Top deputy at the Small Business Division says there will be no more lavish...
Oh, you know what I did last night? I'm
What's that?
sick of this news.
Okay, good.
I thought I was watching O'Reilly.
Right.
And Bernard and Gutfeld were great on O'Reilly last night. And then I watched Jimmy Kimmel's that special half-hour pre-NBA show he did.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
And then I saw the News Hour, which I used to watch all the time with Jim Lehrer. And so, and I saw our old friend Judy Woodruff. I love her. She's one of the nicest people, speaking of journalists, one of the very nicest people on the planet. Have you ever watched that show? Oh, hey, Warner!
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know what I did last night?
What?
I watched Jeopardy!
Oh, you did?
I watched the entire show.
Oh, right. Yeah. With Deidre?
No, Deidre didn't watch
with
Jeopardy.
Wyatt?
No, just me.
Oh.
I watched it, and
that's no fun.
the guy from New York won $22,000.
Yeah.
And I knew about at least half of the answers.
That's good.
Yeah,
50% is good.
it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
There are a few I didn't know, but most of them I did. But you know who's awful is Alex Trebek.
Oh, come on.
Have you ever seen him?
He's great. Everybody loves him.
Terrible.
Everybody loves Alex Trebek. They do?
He's terrible.
He's annoying.
And then they do this thing.
He's annoying. That's what he
Oh,
is.
He is
God,
so annoying.
He can't ad-lib. He can't. He's so stiff. He has no personality.
He puts that fake accent on when he has to do anything with a foreign...
God, he's
a French answer.
He is awful.
He knows all the answers.
No, it was the Bastille. The Bastille.
Then there's a point in the program where they interview the three contestants.
Yeah.
And he's asked something about them. And the one guy had been in China making a documentary about tea.
Well,
And,
makes sense.
of course, Alex wanted to know why there's tea. They grow tea all over Asia. Why it was China, and this guy explained it to him. Some green tea, and so then Alex almost reading it says, "Yes, green tea is good for you." He is awful.
Oh, man.
And then I watched parts of Wheel of Fortune. With that guy, Pat Sajak, who I hadn't seen him in years, and his hair is the same color that Brian Williams is. They all dye their hair, it just looks idiotic. And then, is that still Vanna White there?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Still hanging on, baby.
That's a good-looking woman there.
good.
Come on, baby.
She's got a big head, too. Makes her photograph well.
Man.
What?
Okay, but she looks great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me a vowel, baby. Give me a vowel.
And Pat Sajak actually has a little personality. And
Yes, he can ad-lib.
you ever watch Wheel of Fortune, Warner?
No.
Okay.
My wife does, though.
7:30.
At 7:30, what happened? What do? You get up and
I go back to
snit
the...
and go out of the room?
No.
Stalk out of the room or what?
Well, first I take the garbage out.
Sure.
And then I go in and check the computer, and then I'm going to bed.
Okay.
It's the Blarney Stone. Right.
But it was, and the thing is, the guy from New York who was in the middle, I forget his name now, but in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the program, he never answered. It was just the other two people. So this guy had no money.
That's right.
And then suddenly winds up with $22,000, and a fat guy on the left winds up with no money, and the woman did okay, but so he'll be back tonight, that guy, right?
Yeah.
The Iron Man is hooked.
Totally.
How long how long do they get to come back?
Oh, as long as they keep, they're the king.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I felt a special closeness to you, Warner, last night. So
50%. I'm impressed.
This was a good night for you. You got your ability to guarantee back, and I bonded with you sort of by watching Jeopardy. So
That's great.
I feel a little warm, and anyway.
So the only downside is Esther Williams.
23 after the hour. What's going on in the world of business. It was Dagan McDowell. Morning, Dagan.
Good morning, sir. The futures are lower right now, down about 29 points. The Dow was up 80 yesterday, but it's still, all of the markets are off for the week so far. Ben Rocky, here are the numbers you need to remember for 8:30 this morning. 170,000 jobs. That's the estimate for job creation in this country last month, with the unemployment rate staying at 7.5%. Way above that, maybe good news. Way below that, bad news. But it's going to be volatile, needless to say.
Dagan McDowell with the business news. Probably only about a minute, but that seems like it's just so much longer. All right, 24. I love Dagan McDowell.
Oh, wow.
24 after the hour. Well, we got a lot of time this hour. Warner will do sports next. And also, Bernard McGurk will have a Bernie briefing. Little Richard is here, and so is Larry King. We'll talk to the real Larry King on the phone coming up. Prince is 55 today. And I love this record to death. It's time for a Bernie briefing, and that's sponsored by MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com, type in the word Imus, get yourself a MyPillow. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I have MyPillows out at the ranch where I'm going tomorrow.
Better.
Begin our 15th year of trying to convince the little dummies who have cancer that they shouldn't let it define their lives. And you know, we wound up with almost $1.4 million in this. Yeah. Wow. Pretty good. Thank you very much. So yeah. I had a couple big donations from friends of mine. So they asked me not to say anything, so I won't. Anyway, because I take my pillows on the road with me whenever I go to Huntsville or something. So anyway, time for the briefing. Here with that is Bernard McGurk. What up, B?
Hey, Chief. Well, tough guy, beady-eyed sneak of Russian President Vladimir Putin, boss. He's making news.
Getting a divorce.
Vladimir Putin is divorcing his wife. Can you believe this?
29 years.
Start the pussy riot.
Yeah, baby. Apparently, he went out.
And bring some vodka as well. Let's go.
He went out with the old lady last night, believe it or not, to a ballet, and they went. then afterwards, they went on state TV. And this is from the Daily News. The Russian president and his wife, Lyudmila, went on Russian state television to announce their split after 30 years of marriage. And this is a quote from Mr. Putin. Yes, that's true. Everything I do is connected with the public sphere. Some people like that, some people don't. There are some people who are completely incompatible with that. It was joint decision. Our marriage is over. Now, and apparently he's had some side babushka action going on here for quite a while.
Start the pussy riot.
From the New York Daily News this morning, speculation has run rampant that Putin was having an affair with 30-year-old Elena, whatever the hell, a former gold medal rhythmic Olympic gymnast. This surfaced in a 2008 newspaper article, and they actually reported that he had a pommel horse in his bedroom. No, they didn't. They did not report that.
Oh, you crazy Bernard!
When they reported the fact that he was having the affair, the newspaper, he had it shut down.
Oh well.
So the two of them, they have two daughters in their 20s. The two girls work as strippers in New York City.
Close the pussy riot.
And marriage is over, just like that joint decision. In any case, we don't wish him all the best.
No.
Now, Jon Stewart, boss, is going to break your heart. He had his last show last night.
Yeah.
For until probably December. He's going off.
I thought he had his last show the other night.
Well, no, he did not. It's this week. This was his last week.
Oh, okay.
All right, so show last night. He's going off to make a movie about an Iranian journalist. It's actually some funny stuff and some poignant stuff but that's another story. Last night he was focused on the New York City bike share program that we've been talking about here.
Yeah.
You can rent a bike on the street. People are very unhappy with it. It blocks people's ability to park and get in and out of their buildings. It's a disaster for Bloomberg. Take a listen to Jon Stewart from last night.
Where's a city bike where we really need a city bike?
No. Hey, hold on. It would be Stewart.
The pussy riot's close.
Irish. The second
Of course,
cut.
this being New York City, somebody's got to have a problem with it.
Bikers and drivers alike admit they're nervous with a sudden influx of novice riders on unfamiliar equipment.
Doesn't accept our credit card.
We want the bike share program, but we wanted less heavy-handed placement of these racks.
Oh, they're not safe. Doesn't work. It looks like blah, blah, blah. You know, we used to say the same thing about the Irish. And look at them now! joint.
Then he sent one of his flunkies out to Brooklyn, where they do not have a bike share program. And they talked to one of the residents of Brooklyn, and it went like this. Take a listen, Chief.
Where's city bike where we really need a city bike? Ain't no city bike in the hood.
So you're saying people in your neighborhood actually need the bike
We
program?
need the bikes.
Why can't you guys just take the subway?
Take the subway, the J train? The J train? Where the am I going to go on the J train?
The bikes go out to Clinton Hill.
You know what? Motherfuckers in Clinton Hill own houses and afford cars. You know what we own here?
What?
Roach spray cans, Black Flag.
I love that guy.
Come on, man. That's funny.
I love him. All right, 14 till the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program. Dr. Aaron Katz, one of the leading neurologists in America, he's coming up. And then we'll talk with Larry King, Little Richard, and Rob pretending to be Larry King. They're all here, so we'll do that. All right, it's coming up on 5 minutes till the hour. Dr. Aaron Katz, who is the chairman of urology at Winthrop University Hospital. He'll be on to talk about new guidelines for prostate cancer detection. And then they're having this big men's health seminar in which Dr. Katz and a bunch of other physicians will answer all of the questions you might have about prostate cancer, about a limp noodle in your drawers there, and all those other kinds of things. So, and he's one of the more well-respected physicians in the country. He's my doctor. So maybe I'll get a discount by putting this dope on the air here, 5 till the hour.
Imus in the morning.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, so do you know anything about this movie? Jon Stewart, was he directing the movie?
I don't know anything about it.
I like him.
He's really good.
Yeah, he is good. Yeah.
The what's his name fill in? Oliver. So maybe maybe you'll like him.
Huh?
John Oliver, right?
John Oliver.
Fill in. He's funny. So maybe you'll whatever.
Oh, he's not gonna. I mean,
He is directing it, by the way.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder why. Well, he probably thinks it's a good idea, right?
I would think. Yeah.
Well, they sent this reporter out there back during the uprising to interview a journalist, and they kind of mocked him, and it was very funny. This guy, Jason Jones, I think his name is, or something like that. Whatever. Anyway, the guy was thrown in jail, this journalist, for 3 months and tortured and interrogated. Stewart felt bad after he got out. He met him in America, had breakfast and stuff with him, and they decided to make the guy wrote a book. Oh. They decided to make a movie of the book. And to sort of humanize Iranians, too. They're not like the government. They're actual people. Right. That's Stewart's whole goal here. And he addressed it all last night, and it was very, very entertaining.
A smart guy. So,
to say the least.
Ladies and gentlemen, Imus in the morning.
It is probably time here in a few minutes for Little Richard. All right. And Little Richard and I are arguing over the merits of the 2 scripts he submitted.
Shut up.
And what Little Richard needs to do is just focus on delivering the material without fumbling his way through it. Doesn't Little Richard need to do that?
Shut up. Mr. Richard?
And Rob is here playing Larry King this morning.
Yeah.
We actually will talk to the real Larry King, who's in Los Angeles, I guess. And he'll be coming up talking about this new movie, Evocateur, which is the Morton Downey Jr. movie. And if you don't remember who Morton Downey Jr. was, I'm not going to tell you because it's not important. It just doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Deborah McClinton's new album is called Blind, Crippled, and Crazy. It's Delbert and Glenn. Now, Glenn was, he and Delbert started out together back in Fort Worth, a long 40 years ago. And then Glenn realized that he couldn't, he wanted to do something else, I guess. But he did the music on some TV show for years, didn't he? I can't remember what it is.
No.
So it's not like Glenn was, flipping pizzas at some place. Would you, by the way, buy a pizza from Papa John's?
No.
Not in a million years would I.
No, because the CEO walked out of an interview once, didn't show up for it, so no.
Okay.
Well, not only that, but I mean...
No, it's awful. Papa John's is really bad.
You live in New York City. You got pizza everywhere.
Yeah, yes.
You got the best pizza anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And
if I'm out on the road somewhere, Huntsville or whatever,
and if Guns won't eat
it's
it.
Pizza Hut.
Got it.
Come on, baby.
Get it over here.
Papa John, he's such a smarmy. He's like that guy. Who's that Sunday morning preacher out of Houston? What's his name? The guy with the blonde wife and the curly black hair. Josh, what's his name?
No,
Joel.
Osteen, right?
Osteen.
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Man, I got to take a shower when I see that guy on TV. Oh, my God. What a
That is
freak.
so right on, man. They look alike, too.
Oh, God. Papa John's and Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
Man, if Jesus knew that Ted Bassett was courting him, well, he'd come back now and whoop his ass. That's what he'd do. Jesus says, shut up, fool. Well, I've restored Warner's ability to guarantee the outcomes of sporting events or anything else he wants to. Wow. Because not only did he was he correct last night in predicting that the San Antonio Spurs would beat the Miami Heat, which they did, but he was fairly close on the score, although not as close as I thought as I was coming to work this morning, but close enough. So what exactly happened, Warner?
Well, it was 92-88 was the final, and the big story was this shot by Tony Parker. 5 seconds left in the game and 1 second left on the shot clock. Desperation. He had 6'8" LeBron over him. Parker stumbles. He gets up, throws it in, and banks it in. And that made it 92-88, and that was really it. This shot will be shown for years to come for all NBA finals. And the Nuggets...
I don't know about that, but...
Oh, I think so. Only because he stumbled and there was 1 second left on the shot clock.
It'll be on that top 10 ESPN thing probably, but...
Yeah.
Let's not put it into...
Okay. Havlicek steals the ball? No.
Right.
Okay. The Nuggets fired George Karl.
What?
He was the NBA Coach of the Year.
I know that.
I mean, come on. And the Blackhawks won. Djokovic and Nadal will start shortly. And A-Rod makes a statement.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, all that's coming up. What happened in the market? My voice was good the first hour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Much better.
What happened in the market yesterday?
The market was up. Dow was up 80 points. That jobs report's out at 8:30. I, however, have a story that should interest you, Iman. Money for your old iPhone. There you go.
How did it go yesterday with...
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
Great. He's a great guy.
Is he?
It was a good interview. Yeah, he seemed fine to me. I said hello to him on the way in and handed
No,
them over
he's
to
a great
Dakin.
guy.
What did you guys talk about? I got NASCAR, obviously. But
Yeah, how, his health, how it's holding up.
what's the matter with him?
Well, I mean, he's 41, going on 42. He's been
You would
racing.
be if you were 41. You would be going on 42.
Yeah, you're right. Because you take a lot of hits over the years, and he a long time ago said he'd retire at 40. He was having back problems, so I was asking him how he was doing. He took a bad hit at Charlotte a few weeks ago. Talked about that, the race this weekend, whether people hated Jimmy Johnson now as much as they hated him back then.
What did he say?
Well, he said the problem with him was he was racing against Dale Sr., so
Right.
he said that was a big problem.
Sure.
That's it. He was a good guy.
So what you say, he was happy Dale Sr.? No.
No, he did not. No, he did not say that.
How about Mark Martin? He's about my age, isn't he?
Mark's
Still racing?
Mark's in his 50s, so yes,
no,
he's
not my
roughly your
age.
age.
All right. And, Bernie, what do you have coming on your briefing?
Anthony Weiner, Taylor Swift, Rock Hudson.
Wow.
Lots of good stuff, boss.
And the premier of Russia, is he the premier or president? What is he?
He is the president now of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and he's divorcing his wife. Apparently, they've been separated for a long time, and he's had a little side babushka there going for him, and
Start the pussy riot!
right. So they made an announcement last night on TV.
That was it.
They went to the ballet together.
Was that the announcement? Start the pussy riot?
And then they got drinks.
Yeah.
It's official. We have split up.
Now here are your hosts, Vladimir Putin.
But she is 55. He is 60. And,
Sure.
you know, they have daughters in their 20s. And, but, you know, he's looking for greener pastures, apparently.
Yeah.
Start the pussy riot!
There we go.
Little Richard's here. He's got some entertainment news coming up, Larry King as well.
No.
But before we get to that, let's do some news. And here with the news is Connell McShane. Morning, Connell.
Morning, Iman. A lot of news today. Dagan mentioned the jobs report. You also had the meeting between President Obama and the Chinese president out in California, Xi Jinping. First day of 2 days of meetings, cybersecurity, and a whole lots of stuff for them to talk about. Then you have Tropical Storm Andrea moving up the East Coast, losing some of its tropical characteristics, as they say, but still heavy rain, threat of flooding, especially in the coastal areas of places like Georgia and the Carolinas. Here's a homeowner near the beach.
This one to me is more like a thunderstorm, though, a severe thunderstorm. It's not anything to be, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not going to be at Oceanside. We're appreciative of the fact that it's dangerous, but, I mean, it's not, I don't expect flooding.
Well, there will be flooding in some areas. Plenty of rain up here in the Northeast as well throughout the day today. The other big thing that's out there, this guy James Clapper is the director of national intelligence, so obviously we don't hear from him very much, but we did last night declassifying some details of the program that collects data on internet use and phone usage with the cooperation of American companies. He says the targets are foreigners, not Americans, though, these programs. The president's been getting hit very hard about all of this from liberals. I mean, the New York Times editorial page takes him to task this morning. Also, here's Senator Bernie Sanders all worked up, calling the program illegal.
I think it violates the Constitution of the United States and the heart and soul of America as a free country.
There you go. So a lot of...
but not all liberals. Dianne Feinstein, Harry Reid, a lot of liberals are like, hey, protecting the country. Take it easy.
That's right. And Harry Reid, in his defense, he said this has been going on for years. It was going on in the Bush administration. It continues in the Obama administration. In fact, the Huffington Post headline got a lot of attention because it just said George W. Obama. So saying that he's continued.
I'll be darned. Well, what does that mean? You want to explain that to us?
That's
brilliant.
13 after the hour. What happened in business, Dagan?
Well, the market was up yesterday. The futures are down now. 8:30 jobs report. And then this story for you. Apple is starting an iPhone trade-in program this month for old phones, trying to boost sales of new models. The program will be available at Apple retail stores. You basically go in, if you got an old iPhone 4 or 4S, and get bucks for it. This company, Brightstar, will take your old phone, refurbish it, and then maybe sell it in like emerging markets where there's demand for those older phones.
When they first released the iPhone, when was that? Do you remember?
It was
I think it was
07.
Yeah,
that's when it came out.
Okay, I bought two of them, and one of them I still have in the box with the cellophane on it, sitting on my desk. So, on some old radio on my desk. Wonder what that's worth.
Almost nothing, probably.
Oh, no, that's very disappointing and cynical.
It's not an eBay item or anything?
It might be. I'm going to go look and get back to you on it, but I would guess not much money.
Yeah. That's too bad. All right. Time for sports at 15 after, and here with that. Before we get to sports, we have some entertainment news. And here with the entertainment news is the great Little Richard Marlowe.
Good morning, babies. HBO's Game of Thrones Red Wedding was the most talked about episode of TV this year. I don't want to give it away, but everybody dies. I mean everybody. Last time I saw that many cutthroats on TV, Matt Lauer and his NBC bosses were trying to get rid of Ann Curry. I haven't seen a royal family that screwed since Maury Povich read Prince Harry's DNA results. Prince Charles, you are not the father. Famed Hollywood detective Fred Otash's secret tapes and files have been released. There's bombshells in it, like the fact that Rock Hudson's wife, Phyllis Gates, knew that her husband was gay. That's right, honey. Rock sure liked the balls. Rock was in the closet so long as moths were gay. Phyllis tried to talk Rock Hudson out of being gay. A leopard can't change his spots, but if the leopard is gay, he'll find shoes to match. That's why Doris Day sang "Que Sera, Sera." She knew she wasn't getting none. Hudson was a beautiful man. I know a lot of people that wouldn't mind him crawling out from under him, under that rock. Shut up. Old Hollywood had lots of gay stars. Look at HBO's Liberace movie. We can see that Lee was great on the piano, but let's face facts. He sucked on the organ.
Oh, you didn't try to do that, did you?
Hey, shut up.
Well, we don't have Jon Stewart's writers. 16 after the hour. It's time for sports now.
That's funny.
Sports is sponsored by Peerless Boilers. And here with sports is the great Warner Wolf. Morning, Warner.
Thank you. Good morning, Iman. So game one, the Spurs beat the Heat 92-88. Parker had 21, including the big shot at the end. Duncan had 20 points, 14 boards. LeBron had a triple-double, 18, 18, and 10 assists. Wade at 17, but none in the fourth quarter. So here was the big shot, 90-88 Spurs, 5 seconds left in the game, and 1 second left on the shot clock. Called by Mike Inglis, WAXY Miami.
Parker comes up with it again. Fell down, Parker. Parker throws it up. Got it to go. Parker with 5 seconds left. He fumbled, bumbled, and stumbled, and he wound up getting the basket.
Here was Parker on his game-winning shot.
It was a crazy play. I thought I lost the ball like 3-4 times and didn't work out like I wanted to. But, you know, at the end, I was just trying to get a shot up. Felt good when it left my hand. I was happy it went in.
So game two is in Miami Sunday night. Say so long to Nuggets coach George Karl.
What?
Yes, just named the NBA Coach of the Year this year. 62-year-old Karl shares the NBA record of 21 straight non-losing seasons. Had 1 year left to go on his deal. He wanted an extension, and the Nuggets said no.
I don't think so, but, 17 after the hour, the Sports Time program sponsored by Empire City. The next portion of the Imus in the Morning program brought to you by Sunrise Volkswagen, the #1 Volkswagen dealer in the Northeast. Go to sunrisevolkswagen.com. Warner's going to finish his sports report, and then the moment that follows Warner's sports report, that moment will be sponsored by the Hackensack University Medical Center.
All right.
A place where medicine meets innovation. And if I can get these effing pages unstuck,
now let's not
I can tell you that the moment after that moment will be sponsored by the Empire City Casino.
Yeah.
And then when those bastards are done, well, we will be sponsored by Law and Order creator Dick Wolf's debut novel, The Intercept, which is now mercifully in paperback. Well, my voice lasted for an hour, Warner, which is better than it has been doing.
Yeah, it was good the first hour.
Now it's gone. So, and I may be in a few minutes here. But anyway, it is time for Warner to continue, and he's going to do that now. Warner?
All right, game four, the Blackhawks beat the Kings 3-2, so they lead 3-1, and it looks like an old-time Original Six final between the Blackhawks and the Bruins. A-Rod has broken his silence. He issued a statement. Said A-Rod, who could be suspended 100 games, I will monitor the situation and comment when appropriate. I mean, why say anything? How about saying I'm innocent if you are? Yanks beat the Seattle 6-1. Phil Hughes, 7 innings, 3 hits. Orioles win. A's 17 out of 20. Dodgers' Zach Greinke shut out the Braves. And the Red Sox beat Texas 6-3 on David Ortiz' 3-run homer in the bottom of the ninth after Texas manager Ron Washington walked Dustin Pedroia to pitch to Ortiz.
That always happens.
You want to hear what it sounded like?
Sure.
Dave O'Brien, WEEI Boston.
He's in the box in the pitch. Swinging a high deep drive right field. Cruz racing back. It's over his head. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. He's done it again.
So Ortiz, home run number 412. And a big night for the Mets, man.
What happened?
Well, they're hitting 228 as a team. They were rained out.
Oh, that's not funny,
that's
Warner.
not funny at all.
Very ugly. 20 minutes after the hour. Dr. Aaron Katz is coming up. We'll talk to him about big men's health seminars you might want to attend, because they answer almost any question you could have about prostate cancer and your limp noodle that you're walking around there with. He's one of the leading urologists in the country. He's my urologist. My original urologist was Dr. Darkot Vaughn, who retired. God bless him. And but Dr. Cass has been doing a good job with my wiener for the past 4 or 5 years.
The other doctor's still shaking.
What's coming up in the briefing, Bernie?
Well, we have Anthony Weiner, Rock Hudson,
Speaking of
and gay sex talk with his wife, and some late night humor, boss.
21 after the hour. This is one of Dr. Katz's 5 favorite songs.